Hello, I am Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to Idea Diary. I am trying something new tonight. I am using my iPhone to record. I'm using voice memos. I have no idea if there's like a time limit on that, but we're gonna test this out. I just wanted to see the difference between sound of using the laptop and using the Rode Podcaster mic versus using your phone, and I just wanted to see what that sounded like. And we've got a timer on the voice memo that I can see, so I don't think I'm going to go over. Yesterday's episode went way over 15 minutes and I didn't even realize it, so I'm going to try not to do that again. Try to not make that mistake twice. So yeah, it's the day after 4th of July for me, and I guess because of quarantine and all that, kind of every day, it's kind of hard to figure out which days to relax and not do anything. I'm already, I guess if you know being an entrepreneur, it's kind of, you work every day, every moment, because you're always thinking, but it's also a fun thing. I know for me, taking a vacation sounds like the worst idea to me, because it just takes me away from everything that I actually want to be doing, and then it puts me in some place where I can't do anything. It's fun to be with friends or family. It's just not my favorite. It's not my ideal way to spend my time taking a vacation or going somewhere or being, just stuck without internet or whatever it is, I like to be home and working in my space. So, trying to think. Basically, my point is that during quarantine, it's hard to figure out what time was a good time to take a break and relax. Because I do like to, about once a week, go out with friends, go to the bar, or I prefer parties over bars now that I'm older. I used to have to go out maybe 3 nights a week, but now I'm definitely down to 1 night a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. I feel like a lot more relaxed at this time of my life with my work schedule. I don't really stress myself out anymore. I don't get frazzled to the point where I just need to go to a show and let loose. It's just getting harder with everything shut down to figure out when the good break time is, because there also isn't a way to go and hang out. Call up everybody and say, let's meet up here, or I'm going to throw a party, or, I've gone to a couple parties, deck parties or driveway parties where everyone's, brings a chair and sits outside and has champagne or whatever. But it's taking some getting used to. I'm looking forward to being able to go tell everyone to meet at a bar or, whatever it is. Just being able to have a birthday party and know that everyone feels comfortable coming to it, I'm looking forward to those days. What else? I feel like it seems like so long ago, and it was just yesterday that I did an episode. I'm trying to think, what did I talk about? Because there were things that were on my mind that I wanted to... There was a really weird sound outside. Sorry about that. There are things that I wanted to mention that I thought I wanted to expand upon, but now I've forgotten. There was... I guess The one thing that I'm wanting to expand upon, now that I think about it, is the jack of all trades thing. So there is a Napoleon Hill type of book where he talks about having a definite chief aim. And an author named Mitch Horowitz, he does a lot of positive thinking, new thought type of sort of metaphysical, sort of religious, sort of just different. I call it, a sort of kind of deep thinking sort of genre. But so he does a lot of audiobooks. He reads a lot of audiobooks. So, and he has where he is a publisher or editor. I'm not sure what his job is. Some book place where he works. They let him kind of re-release classics. It's a lot of new law of attraction stuff, but I don't even like to overuse that word because I feel like there's so much more than just law of attraction. But the definite chief aim, the Napoleon Hill thing, if you can go to your library and check out the book. I've checked out books since quarantine. You just have to, the way Austin's doing it is you drive up to the library and they put it into your car. Kind of like a curbside thing. But, Mitch Horowitz, Definite Chief Aim. I recommend the book. And, but that book kind of talks about when you have one thing to focus on and he kind of recommends in the book to set your goal twice a day and to do it every day you set a time limit of when you want to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. So if it's in 30 days, you make this statement and you kind of declare it and you say it twice a day. And, I see value in the focusing on the one thing. But I also know that I've had the moments in my life when I had a lot of things going on and I was successful not super successful, but definitely at a professional level, definitely having fun, definitely had a lot of things going on all at one time. So I'm trying to figure out for me, and I'm trying to find the listener that doesn't feel bad for wanting to do a million things and actually making them happen in whatever time frame works for them. There's some people that become famous actors in their 70s, or they figure out. There's a lot of people that have a lot of success for new careers when they're older. There's a lot of kids with careers. They're kind of, I guess, I grew up in the 90s. I once in high school in the 90s. And there definitely was I'm sure with a lot of people where they say, you got to pick a career. And really, once I got into the workplace and got in the workforce and all that stuff, I kind of realized you don't have to pick just one career, because once you achieve something and you've done it for 5 years or 10 years, sometimes you're done with that specific goal that you wanted to achieve. So if you wanted to be a professional photographer and you did it, if you wanted to be a painter and you did it, or if you wanted to be a teacher and you did it, but it seems like it's totally fine to say, these are the 10 careers that I want, and you kind of knock them out in whatever order feels right for you. I just think there's way more possibilities than just one thing. But that's for me. I know there's probably some type of personality that's just, this is what I do. There's no reason to dilly-dally or to distract myself with something else. I want to play guitar, or I want to be an engineer. So I guess my point is I'm trying to figure out how to communicate the idea that it's okay to have 20 goals and they're all kind of in your brain at the same time. Multitasking. I do really well when I have 5 things on my plate, because even though it might take me a little longer, or maybe not, when I'm the kind of person that always likes to be working and learning. So when I have free time, I might go watch YouTube videos on a different topic after I need a break, doing some branding work or editing video or whatever it is that I'm doing. So I just work really well multitasking different projects. But that's not everybody. Let's see. Another thing that kind of came up, so I am meditating every day for 30 minutes to an hour. And I started that this month, and I'm going to keep going until the end of the year and just see if there's actually a difference in my life. Now, I'm a pretty calm person. I don't have a lot to worry about. I don't have a lot of stress at all already. But I also don't have a lot of excitement. The excitement that I want. I don't want to like travel all the time or have all these commitments that is just like going. I kind of want peaceful excitement. So I'm trying to figure out what that means for me, but I definitely want more out of life. I think a lot of people could say that. So I'm just working on the meditation thing, and this pretty interesting thing that I guess I kind of knew already, but it just kind of came up in watching YouTube videos, was Napoleon Hill had a, what was it called? I wrote it down. He had an invisible council. So the way I like to meditate, I don't like to just clear my mind and think of nothingness. I like to go inside my imagination and go on some wild ride. And so Napoleon Hill had an invisible council, and he had these like group of men in his imagination. So it would be like Abraham Lincoln and so forth and so forth. Real people that he might have never met, but that he admired, and he wanted their opinions. So he kind of used them as they were his mentors, but it was just in his imagination. And as he would go into this invisible council meditation with all these famous people that he would never meet or were not living anymore, he noticed that each person started to have their own personality. Like the Abraham Lincoln guy would always be late to the meeting, or always tell crazy jokes and would annoy the other guys. It was just like everyone kind of start building their own personality inside his imagination, that he wasn't creating their personality. It was just kind of flowing and happening. So I don't know. I want to dig deeper into that and see if there's any examples of something really crazy happened. I don't know, but I could see that happening because I kind of go into I think of it as different dimensions possibly when I'm in my meditation, and I kind of go to the perfect Valerie's house, and this like kind of thinking if we are in a multiverse type of situation, I just kind of go visit. So I think I'm going to wrap up the show, and we're hitting 15 minutes right now, and I know this was a bit rambly, but we're getting through this, and I really appreciate it if you're listening. Send me a message if you find anything that you want to talk about, expand upon. Tell me I've said something wrong. Just let me know. You can go to my website at valerieaiello.com or send me a message on LinkedIn or another social media platform. All right, well, I just still don't know how to end the show yet, so I'm just gonna play some music.